and finance. We're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's all-new Ridge lineup. The Ridge XR, the Ridge HVAC, and the Ridge Limited, all built to take on your day with a full factory cab, including heat and AC. Stop by Indian Motorcycle of Lincoln today and rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of November. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln at 27th and I-80. Now that Halloween is over and you're gearing up for Christmas, it's time to head to Tailored Life in Bennett to get ready with local shopping. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of Christmas trees in all different colors. Plus, many other fall and winter holiday items and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up. Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November. Try their brand new fall sweet trays, including cinnamon rolls, pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cheesecake brownies, and apple croissants. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe. Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings & Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane. Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best boxers on Saturday, November 9th with Vertex at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. Fights are scheduled throughout the night, and if you haven't been before, now's the perfect time to go with Nebraska football on a bye week. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the boxers and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com. Fall is officially here, and Brown Shoe Fit has just the right style and comfort your feet deserve. Stop in and see a wide selection of all your favorite brands, including Brooks, Hoka, Echo, Keen, and many more. At Brown Shoe Fit, they'll take the time to measure your feet to ensure a proper fit. They also have the largest selection of Uggs and Hokas in Lincoln. Brown Shoe Fit, 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green. Into Vikings. To
and University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Green, all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Good morning, folks. It is Thursday morning here in the capital city. Thanks for joining us this morning on The Drive. We always appreciate it. It is a cloudy and not balmy Thursday morning here in town. We got Raff in Omaha. We got AG in H-Town and Nick here at the mothership. AG, what's happening down there in H-Town, my man?
Not much. Just getting up. It's 77 and a little bit of cloud in the sky, but outside of that, good to go.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I like to hear it. Love to hear it. Rafferty, what about you? 24 minutes away.
I think it looks about the same as you guys, probably.
How's the hotel life treating you 24 minutes away?
Oh, it's not too bad. Good night of sleep, you know. All's good here. I think it's more than 24 minutes, though.
Did you have a long day of work yesterday?
Yes. Unlike some of y'all, I worked hard yesterday, grinded all day long. Wasn't able to go outside and see the great weather.
There you go.
Well, AG, we played some golf yesterday afternoon. And AG, I didn't tell you about this, man. So Saturday during pregame, before during pregame, Toby Wright was down here at the station.
Cool. TV.
And he grabbed me and picked me up a couple times.
Okay.
AG, Toby was the one that introduced me to college football my freshman year.
Yeah.
Remember, Toby came from a JUCO.
Yeah.
Toby, the hit he gave me Saturday reminded me of the hit he gave me the first time we put on pads.
I kind of figured you were alluding to that.
Yeah, AG, seriously, he bruised. He didn't break my rib. It's not broken, but he bruised it bad. I mean,
did it loosen up yesterday?
No, bro. In fact, DF gave me give me a couple ibuprofens.
Yeah.
About hole 6, maybe.
Yeah.
Because, dude, he bruised it pretty bad because I started breathing it. Now, Nick, you notice it was hard for me to turn.
Yeah.
And then when I did turn,
rotate.
I rotated too much.
Too much.
And dude, about 9:30 last night, it was just like throbbing. So I know it's not broke. I know a broken rib because I've had broken ribs before, but it is bruised. And I'm thinking the next time I see him, Toby, he's getting the brother nod. What up, dog?
Yeah. 6 feet. 6 feet. Come on.
He is getting the nod, and that'll be it. Because at 50 years old, I don't want to be nursing bruised ribs and workouts. It hasn't messed me too much. I know at Farrell's yesterday. I went to Farrell's.
Yeah.
And I probably overdid it just from the turning and the punching movement. But that's what Nick. That's why you enjoy your youth, man.
That's what's weird though. Like, so is it a muscle issue or is it like the bone?
When I breathe,
both.
I think it is both, AG.
Yeah, because
ribs, because I've had ribs before, and it could be any of those two things, or one or the other, or worse. So.
Yeah, when I breathe, I can feel it. Just like it's just sharp. It's just a sharp pain that shoots up my right side.
He might have cracked him. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait about another few days, and if it still keeps going, I'm gonna have to go and get it checked out.
Because you sound like symptoms of cracked ribs. That's what I hear. Because I had cracked ribs in 2002, and it was breathing. It was the time I told you that I had to cut Block J, and he wasn't happy because I couldn't take him on. Because if I would have took him on, it probably would have cracked the rib all the way through. It was a hairline crack, but still fracture. So it hurt like hell for that. I played the game. I played the rest of the game. It was against the Houston Texans. First time the Packers played against the Texans in Houston. And played the rest of the game. Was out the next game though. Against I can't remember who we played next. Then I came back probably a week early against the Eagles, and that hurt like hell. So it takes a minute.
AG, I tell you what, I had the resolve that you had on the golf course. I'm like, you know what, AD, you got to finish this hole. You got to finish this hole out. We're at hole 6. I'm grinding. Hadn't sniffed a par. You know, I'm 3-putting. I'm jaw jacking left and right, and I just had to dig deep like you against the Texans. AG, I had to dig.
Yeah,
just dig deep.
Yeah, I'm playing football, not swinging the golf club, bro.
AG, I'm losing money on every hole. I'm like, you know what, AD, it's time to dig deep. This is second quarter. This is gut check. Are we going to come out of this thing? But we continue to suck. So, but it didn't get better.
Yeah, right.
But I had a great time with the guys, man. It was a great time for those guys, and I'm not sure when the weather is going to be conducive again like it was yesterday because it was 55 degrees, 54.
Yeah, and the sun's peeking out,
but no wind.
Yeah,
so that was good.
Yeah.
Raff, what show are you going to be at? In fact, before we go there, Aaron says here, want to read this. No, actually, Thunder, not Collins. I'll get to yours, Aaron, in a second. But he says, good morning, gentlemen. Let Raff know. Oh, God, my screen's coming up again.
Let Raff know that I'll be at the Showdown on Sunday, and he should watch the TV closely.
What's the Showdown?
I believe he's talking about the Chiefs and the Broncos game.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
That's right. That's right.
Raff, when was the last time you were at a Broncos game?
Oh, man. It's probably been Broncos, Cowboys. It would have been the Peyton Manning game at Cowboys Stadium when they, what was it, like 55-51 or 51-49?
2018?
Oh, no, this has been like 14, probably.
2014.
13, 14.
Wow.
Raff, are you at that point to where I am kind of like, first of all, I'll say this
We're
about
twins.
Me and Raff are not big road game guys. We might be I might be part of the Raff roadies, but our roadie is like, is it 4 blocks from our house?
Yeah. Hence where we hang out all the time.
It's kind of like Nebraska football games for me. Like, I've been to Bronco games. I know what it's like. So for me, I'm great watching it on television.
Yeah.
Watching on television, inside, maybe a cigar, a bathroom 20 feet from me. I'm good to go.
Yeah. AG, let me ask you guys this. All you guys this. I'm asking you all this before we go to break. When was the last road? Well, yours is easy, Nick. You were in Bloomington, Illinois 3 weeks ago. That was your last Nebraska road game.
Unfortunately, yeah.
AG, when was your last Nebraska road game you went to and watched Nebraska play?
Oh, a Nebraska road game. I don't think I ever even done a Nebraska whole game. No, I've done Lincoln games. Camp Rando.
Okay.
Monty Ball, Melvin Gordon. Just Melvin Gordon when he set the NCAA record.
That was
I was in a box full of other Badgers, and trust me, I held my own. I said, y'all better back the hell up. I said, yeah, I know things are going down on the field, ain't going our way, but don't pull up. AG, I ain't afraid of none of y'all. I'll take all y'all out.
Did you let them know, AG? I
let them know. I said, look, they handling the business. I said, look, okay, y'all got Melvin Gordon, and you got the best offensive line in college football. But don't be getting in my face talking all crazy now.
Yeah, don't bring
that. I know I'm in enemy territory, but this is Nebraska right here. Don't get it twisted. I know I got 2 national titles. How about y'all? And then they're like, oh man, that's not fair. That's not fair. What's not fair is what Melvin Gordon doing to my defense right now. That wasn't fair.
AG, in 3 quarters he did that.
No, trust me, I saw all the game. I saw all the runs. And how, oh my goodness. That's why, but I knew I found one thing out, unfortunately, for Melvin Gordon. Watching this game. Watching that game in previous games. One blatant detail about Melvin Gordon that I noticed. I said then, and I said on other interviews after that, because he got drafted a few years after that, that was his freshman year. So 2 or 3 years after that, I said I noticed one thing. All the time he had, all picking up them yards at Wisconsin. Great offensive alignment, but I said he's not ready for the physicalness in the NFL because he never gets hit, even by DBs. By the time he got to the next level, he was running past the defensive back. So I'm like, it's a good and a bad thing he had the O-line, but can he really handle the physical load? Because I know what I had to deal with. I had to deal with strong safeties that was 215 coming downhill on me, and just knowing that you got to get ready for that. So it was interesting to see that, knowing that he was a fantastic running back, but it was also like, oh man, can he be physical? Because you got to be physical at the next level for sure. College, you can maybe get away with it because he had that silver lining bulletproof vest of All-American tackles and guards and centers in front of him from Wisconsin. They do an outstanding job of recruiting offensive linemen. And in Wisconsin, as the state, they're gonna have guys. Even though Raff, you were a quarterback, but linemen come a dime a dozen in Wisconsin, your size, that can move. Can move their feet. Mark Tauscher, for example, he was a unit. He didn't look the part, but he could move his feet. He was an all-state basketball player, and he did things, and he could do he held between Michael Strahan, Jerron Kearse. He could hold them to no sacks in a game. And so when you have those type of athletes at the lineman position blocking for you, you could run all day long against any defense out there on the football field.
He was a beast. The last game I went to, in fact, I know it was when we played Kansas way back in like 2000. 2009, 2008 or something like that. And that was the last time I've been on one, man. It's been a while. I'm just not a big road game guy, man, regardless if they're doing good or not. But for sure right now, I'm like,
the last one I can remember is the Texas A&M game where
9-6.
College Station.
When Bowen Martinez got into it on the sideline.
Yep.
Oh, that's College Station.
Wow. Something. Folks, we come back. We got a guest at 8:30. You're going to enjoy this one. And then we got college football playoffs, and there's a lot to discuss there. The 9 o'clock hour, we'll get into that. NFL preview in the show. We got a full show for you because it's going to be interesting of who gets in, who might get left out of these college football playoffs. It's The Drive. It's Thursday. We'll be right back.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
The Body Lab, located at 14th and Yankee Hill, is Lincoln's premier physical therapy and recovery lab. The Body Lab offers trigger point dry needling, cupping therapy, joint manipulation, and so much more. Looking to relax and relieve stress after a long day or difficult workout? The Body Lab's recovery lab is the ideal spot. Featuring infrared sauna, a cold plunge tub, or if you're just looking for enough space to stretch out and reset your mind. Learn more about memberships and schedule your service today at thebodylablnk.com. or visit the Body Lab in person at 14th and Yankee Hill Road.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's all-new Ridge lineup. The Ridge XR, the Ridge HVAC, and the Ridge Limited, all built to take on your day with a full factory cab, including heat and AC. Stop by Indian Motorcycle of Lincoln today and rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of November. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln at 27th and I-80.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best boxers on Saturday, November 9th with Vertex at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. Fights are scheduled throughout the night, and if you haven't been before, now's the perfect time to go with Nebraska football on a bye week. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the boxers and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com. Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Now that Halloween is over and you're gearing up for Christmas, it's time to head to Tailored Life in Bennett to get ready with local shopping. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of Christmas trees in all different colors. Plus, many other fall and winter holiday items and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let it ride. Let it ride. Let it ride, Raff. Let it ride. Don't rush. Let it ride. I rush.
How do
There we go. We're working on it on our guests. Look at that here. I should probably turn the mic off so you don't hear all the screeching and the. There we go. Now we're cooking.
Now we're live. I was like, who's this? Don't mind me.
Is your guest okay?
Yeah.
She's a little sleepy. It's fine.
Folks, we are back here at 93.7 The Ticket, The Drive. We have a guest, of course, just in case you're joining us. We have AG, as always, in Houston, Raff in Omaha, Nebraska, for an event he has. Stephanie Merritt in the house from Woven Charm. She was with us back on October 3rd, sharing about her mission, what she's doing, what she has done already. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning. It's good to be back, you guys. I'm a little offended, though. I'm like, did I smell the last time? People are gone. It's just you and me.
No. Raff's out of the studio quite often. Yeah, Raff's out of the studio quite often. This is honestly, I was surprised the first time you were here, he was here. I mean, that's
so exciting.
Wow. Yeah, it's like
I'm glad to be back.
He's like a unicorn.
Some of us got to work sometimes.
Raff, I'm not going to hold it. I'm just going to hold it, Raff.
Let's be the bigger people.
Yep, I'm not going to say anything. Stephanie, first of all, again, we are 2 days out from your event, Mocktails for a Cause, Battle of the Bartenders, which is going to be Saturday night at the Jasmine Room, right down the street at the Grand Manse from 7 to 11 p.m. Steph, first of all, tell us the traction. What's going on right now? Since you were here with her a little over a month ago, what's the traction for the event right now?
I mean, good news, you guys. I'm bored. I'm glad you asked me back because there's nothing going on this week at all. It's like no
plenty of time, right?
Plenty of time. That's fine. It's been really good, and we were talking a little bit before we came on. Just letting things happen naturally. The more I tried to control and force things and find people and chase people, it was really difficult to find. And so naturally, it just kind of built some momentum. Being able to come on this show, had the opportunity to go on 1011 News, just social media, people contacting through friends, through networks. Right. It's been fantastic.
Steph, I think that's a true testament to you, though, the groundwork you've done the past number of months and years with this, to where you already had that credibility, and people knew that Woven Charm is a mission.
Yeah.
It's a calling, if you would, for what you've been through, and all families of NICU have been through as well. Again, so you opened up the live auction on Tuesday.
I did.
What are some of those auction items, if you would?
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually have an autographed football from the Huskers, which is up there and doing quite well.
Good.
We have an autographed volleyball from Jordan Larson, which is also doing really well. We have a Louis Vuitton handbag. I know
that would fit well on Raff's wrist.
Oh, wow.
We'll reserve that one for you.
There you go,
sir.
Raff.
Thank you.
Since you worked to earn all this hard-earned money, you'll be able to pay for it. You'll be able to bid on it.
This is what I deal with every day.
Facts.
Anyway, back to the important things.
Love it.
Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton. We have a staycation here in Lincoln. We've got dinner at the Dish. We've got tickets to a show at the Lead, as well as a night stay at the Hyatt Place downtown.
Oh, wow.
So anybody traveling in or someone in town, just staycation, 3-night stay in Branson at a condo. So we've got a lot of different things. We've got spa packages. We've got memberships at different local gyms. Last time I got in trouble for a shout out, so I'm not going to call those gyms out.
Count it out. Just get your checkbook out. You
I
can make as many shout outs you like.
Here, I can go grab some business cards.
I can't afford another one. So it's been a nice wide range, and honestly, huge shout out, and so grateful for all of the local organizations that stepped up and donated. All of that was donated to the cause. So beyond grateful.
You mentioned you have over 200 that'll be there on Saturday night, again at the Jasmine Room, the Grand Manse. So if you've got some pretty big news this year. I was asking you, since some developments, you've told obviously the ticket price, not the ticket prices, but the raffle prizes, the live auction items. You just recently have a nice new connection and relationship, a partnership, if you would. Tell us about that new partnership.
Yeah, because we were talking before we hopped on. One of the questions, and a very legitimate question, is what do the funds go towards? Cool that we've got this fundraising event. Battle of the Bartender is going to be a lot of fun, but what is my money going towards? And one of the things that we have just put in place is an agreement with a company called Owlet. And I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with them. They created this sock. It's called a dream sock, and it goes on the baby's foot. It tracks their pulse and their oxygen levels, and it will alarm on your phone if you go outside of range. And so when you think about the amount of time that you spend in the NICU and your baby's vitals are tracked every second of every day with a professional nearby in case anything goes sideways, you go from that to then going home with nothing. And that feeling, that overwhelm, just adds another layer to the experience. And so being able to send them home with something like this at no cost to them, because the socks are $300 a piece. And so
like you talking about each sock?
Each sock is $300, which is great. And it's priced for a reason. That's sometimes a price point that some people can't hit. And so we want to be able to provide those at no cost. And so
that is really cool.
Working with Owlet, they've created a program to partner with organizations just like mine, where we purchase one sock and they send us 3. And so for the cost of one, we get to serve 3 families.
Good on them for agreeing to do that too.
100%. And so that is just one of the things that the funds will go towards, is to support that initiative. And I was looking up some stats the other day, and babies that are born between 24 and 27 weeks are 3 times more likely to suffer from SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome. And that is really the goal of this dream sock, is to drive that down. And babies born under 6 pounds are also at a higher risk. And if you think about babies that are born at 32 weeks or earlier, the average weight is just shy of 4 pounds. And so all of these babies are just at a much higher risk, not just supporting the potential outcome for those babies, but just the peace of mind for the families as they're going home and not having that constant tracking.
Stephanie, I'm going to let AG and Raff ask a few questions before we get out of here too. But, just you mentioning those stats and the world we're living in today, where there's so much division There are way bigger issues and things that hit closer to home, because as we speak, down the road, there's someone in ICU right now that has no really idea what's going on outside the world. They're worried about that child and if they'll ever get to take them home again.
Exactly.
So those are sobering stats, and I think stats that are needed to hear in this day and age. AG and Raff, go ahead, fellas.
I was just going to ask, I know you opened up your auction and stuff already, but if somebody still wanted to maybe donate something, or how would they go about doing that?
If they want to donate an item.
An item, give money, the whole works.
If they are interested in donating an item, they can email me directly at stephanie@wovencharm.org. If they are interested in donating, they can go to wovencharm.org, and there's a place to provide donations through the website. Or they can email me as well. Happy to talk to anybody.
I want to read again. That's Woven Charm, WOVEN Charm, CHARM.org, wovencharm.org. Jordan P, good morning to you. Goes, I had a 24-weeker. This would have been amazing. Whole thing was traumatic. Jordan P, man, I can't imagine. We appreciate you sharing that. We hope and pray that your baby's doing well now and thriving. Hazelbear, good morning to your brother. He goes, my youngest suffers from febrile seizures. The peace of mind you'll get having some sort of alarm when something is off is priceless. Making a difference, lady.
God, that makes me emotional.
I see.
Reading it and hearing it. There's a lot of powerful stories out there. And one of the things that we're doing is pulling together a video for the event on Saturday. And I've had people send through photos of their kids as they've gotten older, holding signs of the number of days that they've spent in the NICU.
Wow.
And just the range and seeing these kiddos grow and get bigger and stronger. There are stories and there's light at the end. And so it's focusing on those things as well.
You see, Jordan P goes, I'm taking him to kindergarten right now. He's a brat, LOL.
They turn into little punks.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
Hey, G, give us one real quick, my man.
Yeah, my one of my daughters was a Nick baby, and she's 24 years old and a child psychologist living in Arizona right now. So
amazing.
What's one story that stuck with you during this process of creating this foundation, creating the drive to get the bartenders competition going on this weekend?
There's so many stories. And one of them is actually a woman who's on my board. She's also a NICU mom. And we were just chatting, and she sent through a picture of her kiddo spent 104 days in the NICU.
Oh, wow.
And hearing her talk about her experience, and our boys are about the same age, and just reminding ourselves why we're doing this and why it's so impactful. And when you think about even outside of the NICU experience, just in life, if there's ever a moment where your life one day looks significantly different than it did the day before, having any amount of support or connection and community is going to be so valuable. And that's what we were talking about. It's just how important those connections are and that community is, and how those stories really never leave you. And that's really what drove the birth of this nonprofit.
It's part of the fabric of your story,
100%.
and it always will be.
Yeah.
Timmy VV, what's happening?
Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. AG, great question too, man. And thanking God for your daughter that's thriving right now. Timmy VV says, my son was born at just over 4 pounds. Shout out to you for helping families with some peace of mind when baby finally goes home. It was a stressful time for sure. He has thrived since, but it wasn't easy.
Amen. It's true.
You keep making change. You keep changing lives, lady.
Telling stories.
And you know what, Steph? Keep sharing those stories. Jordan sent a picture of Griffey. Look at Griffey.
Little minion with those bananas.
The little minion with the bananas.
That is adorable.
Folks, again, regardless if you don't drink, that's fine. They'll have them both there at the Battle of the Bartenders. It's from 7 to 11. You can just stop by. Stop by, stick your head in. The Jazz Room downtown at the Grand Man's from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. this Saturday. Mocktails for a cause, cocktails and mocktails. Stick your head and say hello. If you can't go to the website, wovencharm.org, and make an investment where it says purchase tickets here. Stephanie, keep changing lives, fam. Keep changing lives. Appreciate it.
Good to see you guys.
You bet. Folks, we'll be back with history on the drive. 93.7 Tick. We'll be right back.
Mulberry Barbecue
Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hey guys, it's Nick. Join 93.7 The Ticket this Friday night from Concordia University as we bring you Class B playoff action. The 2-seed Seward Blue Jays host 10-seeded Gretna East. Gretna East went 6 hours from home last Friday and upset Garing 44-7, while the Blue Jays hosted Lincoln Pius X and staved off an early exit with a 21-20 victory. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. with pregame coverage starting at 6:50. Join us this Friday for high school playoff action between number 2 Seward and number 10 Gretna East, right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day and light winds, acting high around 55. Tonight, partly cloudy and calm with a low near 38. And tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies and showers arriving in the afternoon. See a high near 55. I'm meteorologist Kyle Pleckett from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, wanting to thank you all again for your continued service. November is off and running. Check this out. Get up to $12,000 off or 0% financing on select new vehicles. We have great lease specials with new Trax and Trailblazers starting at $299 per month and new Blazer EVs leasing for $399. Great payments, discounts, and of course, 0% financing. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All finance with approved credit, leases with $2,500 down.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through November 10th, enjoy USDA Choice T-Bone steaks for $8.88 per pound. 10-pound tubes of 80% lean, 20% fat hamburger tubes, $3.99 per pound. Boneless turkey, all white and dark meat, $4.99 per pound. Webster City bone-in hams, $4.49 per pound. And fresh, wild-caught Canadian walleye fillets, $12.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market and the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Hey guys, it's Nick. Join 93.7 The Ticket this Friday night from Concordia University as we bring you Class B playoff action. The 2-seed Seward Blue Jays host 10-seeded Gretna East. Gretna East went 6 hours from home last Friday and upset Gering 44-7, while the Blue Jays hosted Lincoln Pius X and staved off an early exit with a 21-20 victory. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. with pregame coverage starting at 6:50. Join us this Friday for high school playoff action between number 2 Seward and number 10 Gretna East, right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November. Try their brand new fall sweet trays, including cinnamon rolls, pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cheesecake brownies, and apple croissants. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome back to The Drive. Just like you just tuned in, we had Stephanie Merritt from Woven Charm on. I just love the stories from the community, folks, and we're always going to make that part of our show in some shape or form on a regular basis. We got a special surprise for you tomorrow. The guys don't even know about this one. It's going to be a good one. A guy from I wouldn't say it's not enemy territory. It's a gentleman from an old foe. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
From an old foe, which will be entertaining for about 10 or 15 minutes tomorrow. But we want to appreciate all you guys and girls that texted in with your own stories of from NICU. Cool. Yeah, those are the things that really hit close to the heart and to the home. So we appreciate you all contributing to that. Raff, what do you got for your part for your history? AG, what you got? And I'll go last. What do you got, Raffy?
All right, everybody. Oh, I almost went to Raff's good take right away.
See, Raff's trying to move out.
Hey, ready to go.
Full disclosure, I almost said Raff's good take.
Today's history for me is it's one of those moments. I don't know. I've had like those moments in time where you just remember where you're at when it happened. Mm-hmm. You had like the 94 OJ, the white Bronco chase, and then you had where when Mike Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas over in, I believe it was Tokyo. This one comes from 1991, the day that Magic Johnson announced that he was HIV and he retired from the NBA. It's one of those moments where you just remember where you're at and just how it.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I have that with the 2016 Chicago Cubs World Series. So that's where.
Yep.
I was just joking.
But you know exactly where you're at. You know, I mean, it's crazy. Like what 33 years have went by, and I still remember, I was in the locker rooms at Lincoln Southeast, and somebody's like, "Did you hear the news?" And it was just like one of those, like, oh my goodness. And back then, when you were HIV, you thought you'd had a death sentence given to you. So it was crazy world.
AG, Raff, Nick, I remember we were in basketball practice when Coach came in and told us that Magic had that, and I never forget. He just froze, because at that time, you hear HIV, it was a death sentence.
Yeah,
as far as that goes, So yeah, I definitely remember that time, man. Definitely remember that. AG, what about you, man? I'll go after you, brother.
Yeah, I got a good game that I love when it came out, and I still love it today. I actually have the original disc behind me. It's Gears of War. The first installment came out November 7th, 2006. So it's about 18 years ago. Something like that. It was a nice little game where they still been trying to work on a movie on this, getting The Rock or David Bautista in there, even myself. I don't know. You got to throw me in there too, because you got the alien locusts versus the humans on Earth trying to survive, the battle of living, basically. And so it's a good shooter game, and it's actually a game that was very popular with the Latin community because of the Latin characters in the game that were represented. So it was a really cool game to kind of hit all the genres and all the areas of cultures on planet Earth. So yeah, a really fun game, team shooter, and you got to be a team on there to win too, because it was one part of that game where at the end I had to beat the locusts, like the main leader, and by myself. It took me, and I never beat it by myself. It finally had to go on with one of my friends in the neighborhood, jumped online with me and finally beat it. It took us only like 5 minutes. So I was like, yeah, teamwork makes the dream work right there. There you go. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you jumping in, getting the match. But yeah, Gears of War, the first installment came out 18 years ago in 2006.
Nice. Everyone's heard about testosterone replacement therapy, but how do you know who to trust? Ageless Men's Health is the nation's leader in testosterone and weight loss. No upselling, no unnecessary supplements, just real solutions. With a team of registered nurses and nurse practitioners, they look at your whole health and create a playbook you'll understand. They use the best products, including HCG, to keep your body safe and protect your fertility. This is the best team in the game. They're ready to earn your trust. Google Ageless Men's Health Lincoln and check out their 175 plus 5-star reviews. On this day, Joe Frazier passed away of liver cancer at 67 years old in 2011. Joe Frazier. And I think about, if you've seen the movie Ali, I'm assuming you've seen it, AG, Ali.
Yeah.
Raff and Nick, have you guys seen the movie Ali?
Yes,
A couple times.
It is a powerful movie for a lot of reasons, from a cultural reason, from an America. It's just a powerful movie. But him and Joe Frazier, how they went back and they had this beef for a long time, because Ali would sometimes get under your skin and go too far. Sometimes when he would talk about his opponents, and those two didn't talk for years, and they finally mended the fence.
Wow!
As they both aged, and it was just those two. It was they were cultural icons, if you would. But Joe Frazier passed away this day in 2011 at the age of 67. He was undisputed heavyweight champion of the world from 1970 to 1973. Joe Frazier from Philadelphia. Folks, when we come back, we have college football playoffs to discuss. Who's in, who's out. If it were right now, of course, there's a lot of college football to be played, but we shall see. It's The Drive. 93.7 Ticket. We'll be right back.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November. Try their brand new fall sweet trays, including cinnamon rolls, pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cheesecake brownies, and apple croissants. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
You have a big investment in your farming operation. Let Landmark Implement help you get the most out of your equipment by investing in pre-season service inspections. Let our John Deere trained and certified technicians provide you with a complete list of repairs that will help your equipment perform better and deliver maximum performance. At Landmark, buy 3 equipment service inspections and get the 4th free. Contact your local Landmark service manager for details and experience the Landmark difference.
The Body Lab, located at 14th and Yankee Hill, is Lincoln's premier physical therapy and recovery lab. The Body Lab offers trigger point dry needling, cupping therapy, joint manipulation, and so much more. Looking to relax and relieve stress after a long day or difficult workout? The Body Lab's Recovery Lab is the ideal spot. Featuring infrared sauna, a cold plunge tub, or if you're just looking for enough space to stretch out and reset your mind. Learn more about memberships and schedule your service today at thebodylablnk.com. Or visit the Body Lab in person at 14th and Yankee Hill Road.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Before you start blowing and raking leaves this season, make sure you know where they go. Yard waste is not garbage, especially in Lincoln, where it's converted into earth fuel compost. All grass clippings and leaves must be separated from household trash from April 1st until November 30th each year. It's the law. Yard waste belongs in a paper lawn bag, or you may request a bin from your trash hauler who will pick it up for a small fee. Remember, no trash or branches are allowed in yard waste. Get the details at lincoln.ne.gov/recycle.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hard work. It's what drives Nebraska. It defines our strength. Men like you live it every day. But sometimes living up to those expectations can be overwhelming. If you're struggling, call or text 988. You'll get skilled, caring support 24/7. Live up to a different kind of strength. The strength to ask for help. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh boy, we are back. You guys, AG, Raff, I know you guys had a chance to look at, it came out on Tuesday, actually, the first bracket, 2024 college football playoff rankings revealed. Were there any surprises that you guys had? I guess I'm going to just say that initially before I list them. Were there any surprises?
No.
Oh,
No surprises.
Ahman Green.
Uh-oh.
Pump your brakes, Nick.
You're telling me no.
Pump your brakes.
AT ready to fight.
I'm all out of breaker
AT
fluid.
was going to beat somebody up in the press box. He was like, hey, pull up.
Nah.
You're saying you think Indiana is rated correctly?
Yes.
At 8?
Like what Cincinnati said, Google them. Yes. They legit.
No, I'm saying they need to be higher.
He wants them higher.
Oh, you want them high? Well,
I
they're
want
in the
them higher.
playoff, so I'm fine with them
Yeah,
being in the
but we
playoff.
have-
The ranking part of it, I'm not going to worry about it till the end of the season. But right now, where are they at? They are not eighth.
They're
They're
eighth, but
in
we have
both polls. So
We have to remember though that home field advantage is up for grabs here. That's why
Okay.
the rankings do matter. Like, yeah, they are firmly in the
yeah,
playoff.
no, you're right. I don't disagree with you with the rankings not mattering, but
Right.
where they're at, I'm okay with that. It's not the end. That don't mean nothing. This year, you just want to get in the party. You don't want to get the invitation. That's it.
Hey, Nick, you think they should be? So you got. Let me do this the quick rundown first. You got Oregon number 1. You got Ohio State number 2. So are you guys okay with Oregon being number 1?
Yes.
Consensus.
Yes.
Answer yes. Okay.
Yes.
Ohio State number 2.
Yes, they earned it.
Yeah, I like Ohio
They
State.
fought off Penn State last week. That showed what they're trying to do, what they want to do, because they could have made more mistakes. They could have faltered, and they didn't in that matchup.
Raffy, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm good with that. I mean, they won, so they. Yeah.
Georgia
I'll
number
go
3.
I'm good with that. I mean, they could be 2. I think maybe.
So do you guys, AG, do you think Georgia and Ohio State could be interchangeable at 2 or 3?
I think so.
Right now, it could be a flip of a coin. I would say Ohio State, with their win last week against Penn State in Penn State, on their home field, that is what got them there. And so they earned it. Like I said, they earned where they're at. And so Georgia, they've had a couple bumps in a row. They haven't won pretty. in the last few weeks. But right now, if I see the head-to-head, I'm taking O State.
Mm-hmm. And you first of all, you think about Georgia. Georgia, obviously, they take that early loss to Alabama. Then Alabama goes to lose to Vandy, but then Georgia also beats Texas. So 3 is solid for them. Miami, this one's not intriguing, but just Miami. You guys think about how one player can make such a huge difference. Because if Cam is not there, is Miami number 4?
Probably not. It depends on who the backup quarterback is. You know, who's after him and in their stable of quarterbacks. That basically answers that question. But so, no, I mean, happy for them. They're doing great. They got all these teams, all 12 teams, got to hold their weight in water for the next 2 weeks, and then their bowl championship or their conference championship games too.
Yep. They got a clear path to the ACC championship right now. They're going to compete for a first-round bye.
Hey, I got a question on that one, on number 4. Would you have any argument if Indiana was there instead of Miami?
Absolutely not.
Nah, me neither. Nope, no argument.
It is brand bias. If Indiana, if on the front of Indiana's jerseys, the way that they have beaten teams consistently, and obviously still an unblemished record, they've went on the road against middle of the road Big Ten teams. They've went on the road against better Big Ten teams. They've also hosted talented Big Ten teams, and they've knocked the socks off of every opponent they have played. I genuinely think, the strength of schedule isn't great. And similarly so, there needs to be more respect for BYU. BYU.
We're going to get to that.
Like there's clear, here we are again. And this is why, once again, it's going to open up the door for expansion down the road, starting in the next 3 years.
Yeah, they're going to get there.
But it's clear brand bias, because if Indiana on the front of their jersey said Ohio State and they had defeated opponents in the way that they have, or if it said Miami, they're a top 5 team when the rankings come out.
I wouldn't say brand bias. You got to remember, these are the schools that have some lineage behind them. So Miami is Miami because of what the older players did, back in the day. Same with us. It's just we got to still answer the bell. So these teams are right now answering the bell to get their records where they need to be to get ready for the playoffs. So I don't want to say it's brand bias. You just look at Penn State, you look at Oregon, you look at, or I say Ohio State, Georgia. In the recent years, they've been the top teams in NCAA football. So when you look at that, you say, okay, you get them there because of what they did in the past, but then also what they're doing now. And then that's why we play the games. It come December, then we'll find out, okay, if they're really that record just hold or just paper tigers, when they play these games against lesser opponents.
Well, you look at the rest of the schedule for Miami. They got Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, and at Syracuse. They've got a schedule that's very conducive for what they want to do the rest of this year. Number 5, Texas. They took that loss to Georgia. They still have a path to the SEC championship. They took care of Vanderbilt. I think Texas is going to be okay. They have Florida coming up. Shouldn't be a problem. Arkansas shouldn't be a problem. Kentucky and Texas A&M could be iffy for them, but they got Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, and A&M, so they're at 5. Penn State at 6, you guys. Okay, their first loss, obviously against Ohio State this past weekend. Mm-hmm. I'm asking you guys this too. 2 questions for all you guys. Is James Franklin looking probably to dip after that loss if they don't make it to the playoffs and go deep? Because people, even just talking to our golf buddy yesterday, a lot of Penn State alum, they have this on-off relationship with Franklin, although he's done relatively well each year, but maybe underperformed is more the thing I would say.
Here's my question, and I know
they're at 6.
I know programs don't want to operate this way, and we have at Nebraska. I'm genuinely curious into learning, and in this hypothetical scenario where James Franklin's not the coach of Penn State, where they go. Where do they go from James Franklin?
They better be careful.
Like that. That's where it's interesting.
Be
because
careful.
I don't know. I mean, because here's the thing. In the old landscape of the Big Ten Conference, when it was divisions, think about what the mountain that Penn State was climbing, right? They've won 1 Big Ten title, and that was the team with Trace McSorley, Saquon Barkley, Chris Godwin. There was Deshaun Hamilton on the outside as well. I believe Micah. No, this was before Micah Parsons. But anyway, through all of that, they've won 1 Big Ten title. And there is this mountain that now in the new age of Big Ten, You throw in Oregon, who has immediately jumped. Penn State has jumped Michigan and probably Ohio State, obviously, because the head-to-head results. You're facing, it is a much tougher job at Penn State, I think, now than it was when James Franklin took over. I don't know how you guys feel on that. I think it's a much tougher job right now because then also in state you have Pitt, and Pat Narduzzi is a one-loss team. Like the not that Penn State's not a blue blood, but if they make the playoffs and still you're not Ohio State right now. You are not an Ohio State team where you can have that conversation about firing Ryan Day, which is totally asimine. Have the conversation about firing Ryan Day with all the success that you've had. You are not them.
You know, Big Bird, I agree with you. Franklin's contract is through 2031. He ain't going anywhere. I agree with you on. I don't think he is, but I'll say I don't think they would. That's going to be a chunk for them to buy him out. But I'm not saying that he wouldn't go somewhere on his own just for something new. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that new school would have to cover a lot to get him. And I don't know if Franklin's any school's going to chunk out that much to him. But I'm going to say this: Penn State fans and their alumni better be careful.
That's what I'm really interested in.
The guy doesn't lose. I mean, granted, does he lose some of the games?
It's just key games. It's just key games.
Absolutely.
Is he maybe a little bit more of a heightened Bo Pelini?
I think that's I was just going to say that. And I'm going to tell you what, to the Penn State alumni, I got family out in Pittsburgh.
Hey, don't get rid.
I got my family out in Pittsburgh, and my family's divided between Penn State and Pitt. I'm keep telling my Penn State my family, you better be careful. I know it's frustrating, but you better be careful. And think about this, you guys. Let's just think hypothetically. If you were to get rid of him, where are you going?
Well, and that part, and then I would ask this: if you're
nobody out there,
if you're a Florida State, right? Because that's an opportunity for an opening. They're looking to be, a 2, maybe 3-win team. Maybe they have that Georgia Southern game, but then they finish out the year with Florida. If Florida's position opens up, is that like if you're Florida, you go get a guy like James Franklin? Are you excited for the future? I think it was different because you saw what James Franklin was able to do at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt was struggling immensely. James Franklin goes in, takes over, and gets them some success, right? So then he takes that next step up to Penn State, and they haven't been able to really consistently take that next step and be a top team in the Big Ten Conference. So, man, I just wonder. James Franklin, I think I almost wonder if it's just like becoming a stale relationship, if that makes sense.
Would you take, if you were a school, would you take James Franklin or PJ Fleck?
Ooh. I think it depends the fit. I think it depends the fit. I think it depends the fit.
I'll take James.
I'm leaning towards James Franklin, but here's what I'll say, guys. I mean,
because Fleck has done a lot with a lot less.
Well, you think
resources, etc.
Yeah, you think about PJ Fleck right now.
Call him corny, but they winning.
He's lost his offensive coordinator. Kirk Shiraka went to a lesser school in Rutgers, by the way, and took the OC job there. Took Minnesota's quarterback Ethan Cadillac-Manis with him, and PJ Fleck goes into the portal. We know that they 2 years ago graduated all 5 of their offensive linemen at one point. Then also they've graduated and moved on from really good running backs like Mohamed Ibrahim, and yet they still are winning games and are bowl eligible. The man, I believe, has 1 loss in bowl games also at his time in Minnesota. And like, that's almost where I just don't know if PJ Fleck's the caliber of coach for an SEC job. But then again, it's like Big Ten and SEC are pretty similar, I suppose.
I would say this. I would say be careful. That's all I'm going to say. They better be careful what you wish for. Hey, unknown texter 8018. I like this. Big Cat at Barstool said maybe Lincoln Riley to Bears, Franklin to USC,
no way.
Cignetti to Penn State.
That's the one I would look at.
Cignetti.
I think
because he already knows the lay of the land.
Man, Kurt Cignetti. I just think he needs to go somewhere. He can't. I don't know if he'd thrive somewhere flashy like a Florida State or a Florida. I don't know about that. I think he's a Big
Ten guy.
Just grind it out.
Yeah.
But also maybe he's like an underdog guy where he needs to be at a place like Indiana and thrive there. I would throw this in, guys. Would a good comparison in terms of like caliber of coach between PJ Fleck and an SEC coach? You know the name that came to my mind? Shane Beamer. Shane Beamer's one that came to my mind at South Carolina. And we saw it Saturday with the number 10 Texas A&M at South Carolina, where it was like, you just don't want to play them.
No.
Like you just don't want to. If you're a top 25 team fighting for at least either respect or a college football playoff spot, and in the middle of November you have a road game against a PJ Flex squad, you just don't want to play them.
I'm glad you brought that up because Shane, South Carolina reminds me a lot of Minnesota, and they're a team that they kind of get overlooked at times, but a team that if you're not careful, they will beat you.
Well, and another thing is, like, I look at it also this way of like, the Shane, you just don't want to play them at that point. And like, if I'm Nebraska or for Penn State, or excuse me, Minnesota, we're talking about Penn State potentially having a playoff spot, or PJ Fleck working himself into a conversation for a new job. Well, in 2 weeks, guess who goes to Minneapolis? Penn State at Minnesota. Yep. Right. So that's a big game for James Franklin, certainly. But I think it's a bigger game for PJ Fleck because that really puts him on the map as a coach that can win big games and potentially move on somewhere else.
We got another one as we continue to go down this. At number 7, you got Tennessee. And to me personally, I would have had Tennessee ahead of Penn State. That's just me. They escaped, obviously, multiple SEC wins this year, beat Alabama. They had a road loss, obviously, to Arkansas. But Tennessee, I think, is a dangerous team. And they still have Georgia coming up as well. Okay, so they got Mississippi State, Georgia, UTEP, Vandy. And I'm going to tell you what, guys, they better not sleep on Vandy either. Vandy has proven themselves to say, you know what, sleep on us if you want to. But they still have Mississippi State coming up, Georgia. So Tennessee has got a rough road to plow still. What are you guys' assumptions on that? Mississippi State, Georgia, UTEP, and Vandy.
Definitely. I mean, we got Georgia, obviously. That's going to be a game. They got to have basically everybody on deck, fans included, and they've been going against, Georgia's been the top team in that division or in that conference. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's going to be the biggest one right there. Take care of that. But they got to take it one game at a time. They got Mississippi State first, handle them, and then worry about Georgia next week.
Absolutely. Because, AG, in that SEC, particularly the Mississippi States, the Ole Miss, and Tennessee, records get kind of thrown out the window because a lot of those guys have played each other a lot in high school and all-star games. So it's personal when those teams match up with each other. So the records go out the window. I totally agree with you on that, brother.
Yeah, and coming off a win, though, if they beat Georgia, they got to then get ready for UTEP and Vanderbilt. They can't be on the high of that win and then lose the next one or next two. Got to be conference, and that's where the coaches come in to remind the players, look, we still got 2 football games to play.
Well, and that's one thing I will say about what Matt Rule said earlier this week is there's not, I would imagine it's somewhat similar in the SEC. There's not a big talent gap between like Alabama's obviously like top of the echelon, but like an Ole Miss or an LSU and South Carolina, Mississippi State. Like I'd imagine, I think a lot of that's coaching, and we forget that Mississippi State's in first year of a new head coach, Jeff Lebby. So you have that as well down there in Starkville. So for sure.
When we come back, folks, we're going to continue this up with a team we're very familiar with, unfortunately. It's The Drive, 90.7 A Ticket. We'll be right back.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate Pregame Show, brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
This week's 93.7 The Ticket Athlete of the Week is Jet Tamala of Millard South High School. Tamala completed 29 passes on 37 attempts for 379 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Tamala also ran for 51 yards on 6 carries and added another touchdown. Millard South dominated Papillion La Vista South 56-19 in round 1 of the playoffs and hosts number 10 Millard North this Friday night. The Ticket's Athlete of the Week is powered by 3 Pillars Performance. Unlock your peak performance with the expert instruction at 3 Pillars Performance in Lincoln and online at 3pillarsperformance.com.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Early break. Dick Libby is alive. He was the head coach. He would back me on this. One time he came to social studies class, pulled me out and said, I want you to consider going out for football. And I didn't. I pretty much dismissed it right away. No, I can't. I'm not going to do that.
Just because of your dominance in baseball, didn't want to risk the injuries of the potential scholarship. That was it.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking for affordable drinks and a great atmosphere this football season? Highball Bar has you covered. Whether it's pregame tailgating, postgame festivities, or in-game celebrations, Highball Bar is the place to be. With $4 beers, $4 mixed drinks, and more during their 4 to 8 p.m. daily happy hour, Highball Bar will quickly become your go-to place to sit back, unwind, and be your team's #1 fan. Highball Bar, located in downtown Lincoln, just 3 blocks from Memorial Stadium at 122 North 11th Street.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Hey guys, it's Austin with 93.7 The Ticket. Thursday night at 6:30, we're bringing you a key AFC North divisional rivalry between the Baltimore Ravens and Cincinnati Bengals. Baltimore sits second in the division, just a half game behind Pittsburgh, while Cincinnati is in third place through 9 games, 2 games behind Baltimore. The Ravens won the first matchup this season 41-38 in overtime in Cincy. Catch Thursday's game and all the biggest NFL games right here on Lincoln's home for the NFL, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Indiana's number 8. Indiana, number 8. If you don't know who Kurt Signetti is, he says, Google me. First year, delivering this promise, you guys, as we all know, final month, they are undefeated. They're right up there. You know what, guys? This is just me. I still think Indiana has Michigan ahead still, Ohio State, and Purdue. 2 more, Ohio State and Purdue.
No, you're right.
No,
I'm saying 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. They got, You think they lose Ohio State?
I think they lose to Ohio State. I think they go 2-1, though. I think they're an 11-1 ball club.
Do you guys think this? I'm going to come back to that, Nick. I think that's interesting. Do you think Indiana's still not taken seriously by a lot of people?
Go ahead, guys.
I'd like to hear.
I think so.
Text line, let us know. Go ahead, Raff.
I think just by their ranking, I think they're gaining it. But I'll tell you what, if they get a victory over Ohio State, then you're looking at a first round bye for sure. I mean, and then you've really got to take them serious, especially if they continue to win in the way that they have, like Nick was talking about. I mean, they've won every game, I think, by more than 14 points this year, something like that. So if they are able somehow to put a convincing win over Ohio State, then you're really going to have to take them serious, not just for a college football playoff, but for possibly a national championship.
And guys, they have one of those wins, convincing wins with a backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
With a backup quarterback too.
Mm-hmm.
I just, man, I don't know.
That game is at Ohio State.
Yeah, that's
on the 23rd. And they got Michigan. You know what, guys? I'm gonna just tell you this. Call me crazy. They got Michigan Saturday at 2:30.
Do you want to know what?
I'm just simply saying this. I could be totally wrong, but Michigan, in my opinion,
say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
I would not go into that game lightly, and I don't think Signetti will let them go in there lightly. But Michigan, think about this, AG and Raff. If Michigan goes in there and just even battles with Indiana, that helps their demeanor, that helps their culture, etc. But Michigan is a team to me. It's like walking through my in-laws' fields out there in Sumner. If you're not careful, you might get snake bitten.
Yeah,
because you can't see them. And you're just kind of just walking through casually, like I'm just taking a casual walk. You better not have a casual walk against Michigan because they still have athletes on that team. They may be down. Maybe I'm crazy, but I still think that game is one they better be careful for.
AG, what if I told you that Indiana is favored to win by 14.5 points over Michigan this Saturday?
I see why, because of what they've been putting up, on other teams. Even with the backup quarterback, they scored 47 points last week against Michigan State. And then also Washington, that was a battle, but they ended up beating them by double. So it's a lot. I mean, I'm looking at all these teams have basically 3 games left and then a conference championship on top of that for some of them. The college playoff is not done yet. It's going to be, it's not set yet. They do this just to entice us and to have these conversations that we're doing right now, because I'm looking at all these teams. Indiana, it has Ohio State, and on top of that, Michigan, and then a Purdue team that's not going to be a slough game. Boise State, who's ranked 12th, they're the only one team that I see up from Oregon State that has a compromising record season left, where you can they could beat Nevada, they could beat San Jose, they could beat Wyoming. Oregon State being a Pac-12 team, that's it. But then Tennessee too, they got Georgia. Oregon has a good slew of games. They got, really Wisconsin and Washington. Those are going to be 2 little battles, right there. Ohio State, they have, they have Michigan at the end as usual, which is a rivalry game that could go either way, and they have Indiana. So it's just interesting how they do the rankings now, and you got 4 games for Ohio State. Didn't even realize that they have 4 games left, other than 3 that most teams have, and so it's going to be a whole different picture come whenever they do the next ranking, which might be after the next
next Tuesday.
Oh, it'll be next Tuesday, right? Well, it's going to be a big change then, right? Because
there will be.
It'll be another win or loss among these teams that are in the 12 for the college football playoffs. So it's going to get interesting even more and more as we get closer to the first week of December, basically.
Sorry, go ahead.
Real fast, and you go, Nick, and we'll get through these fairly quick, which will make sure we get this segment done. Culligan J, I like your point here, because 5 years ago, I don't think people were talking about Indiana.
Yeah.
I don't think people would have taken it seriously. But with the transfer portal these days, a team can turn it around in a hurry. I watched them play, and they're legit. Culligan J, brother, I agree with you 100%. Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with Culligan J in a heartbeat as well. Here's what I would ask you guys. I know AG, you might not feel like it's there. With the brand bias, does a 1-loss Indiana team make it?
For their
or we can have the conversation. Does a 1-loss BYU team make it?
I'll start with Indiana. Yes. Right now this has been their moniker for this season, right? And so that is what they lose 1. It depends on they lose 2, right? They lose to who has the one record? What's the one team I just
Let's say they lose to Ohio State.
They lose to Ohio State, they'll still have a chance. They'll still have a chance. It just then you don't want to. I say as a coach, and I'm pretty sure Signetti is thinking this. You don't want to lay that on the committee,
right?
Just like you don't want the game to be determined. Lay it on the referees. Play our game. Win these games. Mistake-free football. What they've been doing, and you don't want to put it in somebody else's hand. Put it in our own hands to have our own destiny in front of us that we can write it basically.
Raff, we go to BYU at 9. They're the top team in the Big 12. Obviously, the kind of the game that put them on the map for me is when they boat raced K-State the way they did a few weeks back.
The only Big 12 team.
Yeah, the only Big 12 team. They 1-game lead over Iowa State, who of course just lost last week, and Colorado in the conference title game. Upcoming, they got Utah, Kansas, Arizona State, and Houston.
Who is this?
This is BYU at number 9.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They got 4 games. Actually, they got 4 games left. Again, Utah, Kansas, Arizona State, and Houston. I think they're right where they should be. I might flip flop them, and your Notre Dame fighting Irish though, Nick. But
oh boy,
Nick is like, you just spoke. You speak lies. Hey. You sit on a den of.
Yeah.
What do they say? You sit on a throne of lies.
Throne of lies, just like beef and cheese.
Raff, do you like BYU at 9?
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm just so glad that they've done this though, because I mean, the last like 3 years, 4 years, maybe even longer, the bowl games have just been so whatever. No one really cared other than just the championship game and the championship series. I mean, your team, yes, of course, but I mean, now looking at this, just looking at the games the potential games that could happen and how much they're going to switch around. I mean, like right now, you'd have Alabama going to Texas in the first round. I mean, those are games that you're like, oh yeah, this is one we're going to watch. We're going to watch tonight. I mean, all these games are all like
watch all the games.
But just think back to how it was. Last year it was like, yeah, I'm going to watch the bowl championship series, or I'm going to watch the semifinals, the final game. Maybe I'm going to watch the Orange Bowl, but most likely it's not really anything really set in stone or the Rose. So I'm just so glad that they've done this now to where you get to this point of the year. And you're going to have a bunch of games that mean something, not just like 2 or 3.
Well, and think about it this way, guys. So we've gotten them more over the last couple of years, the Alabama, Texas early on in the year. But think about that. We get so few of them every single year because they have to be in the non-con. Well, that's going to somewhat change with conference realignment. However, I mean, to Raff's point, now we're getting them at the end of the year too. So not only are you getting these marquee non-con matchups, but you're also getting them in the middle of the conference season because conference realignment. So, I mean, if USC is good, you're getting the USC Ohio State game in a couple of years. You're getting the new ones as well with Texas against Bama and the SEC. But I mean, now you're getting them when they matter most. And when guys' seasons and careers are on the line, you can't ask for much more.
Well, let's get through this. Notre Dame at number 10.
Yep.
They're obviously, we all know the shocking loss had early against Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
They capitalized on that, though. They knocked off A&M, Louisville, Navy.
Yep.
Freeman's got a squad rolling, but here's the thing, though. They got Florida State, which they should take care of. But here's what I'm going to say, though, as a quick caveat to this. We thought they were going to take care of Northern Illinois as well.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, to me, is kind of like,
No, stop this. That's I know you're just trying to get under my skin right now. You're just trying to. You're done. I know you're just trying to get under my skin.
Don't let the name fool you, Nick. Don't let the name fool you.
Florida State's 1-8. They're fine.
I think they'll take care of Florida State, but I will say this: you got Florida State, Virginia, Army, USC. Here's the game that I think they better be careful of because it's one of those games again. It's a long battle. The USC game.
Ooh, I would disagree. I would say that
Army as well.
I was just gonna say, imagine at the start of the year, guys, when we break up the seasons into like chapters, right, of 4 games. You're sitting there going, yeah, in this last 4-game stretch with Florida State, Virginia, Army, and USC, what's going to be the most difficult game for Notre Dame? It's the Army. It's Army game.
Army.
That's going to be a top 25 matchup.
That's going to be a game.
And I mean, like, think about how crazy the college football world has just shifted in 9 games in. It's wild. But to AG's point a couple of minutes ago, is that with 3 or 4 weeks left, a lot can change just as much as in 9 weeks.
Still got to play the game.
A lot can change in 4.
Well, the next at number 11, you have Alabama. DeBoer, I tell you what, 1 week you're the toast of the town. The next week they want to run you out of town. They're worried about what you're wearing on the sideline. You got to wear a turtle. You shouldn't wear a sweatshirt. You shouldn't wear a t-shirt. You should wear this. You should wear that. It's amazing when you're winning. They wouldn't have cared if Nick Saban came out there in a tank top or a onesie.
No.
But that's legendary.
Shirtless.
That's legendary. However, listen, Alabama's got a tough schedule ahead with exception one game. They got LSU 6:30 Saturday night. Mercer, they should take care of the following week. But then they have at Oklahoma, and then they have
Auburn.
Alabama, you guys, to me, is not a lock to get in this thing, in my opinion.
None of these teams are locked.
But what I'm simply saying, some more than others.
Maybe Oregon. That's the only team maybe have a lock. But everybody else below Oregon, they all got to play. Everybody got to play these games, including Oregon. But the only ones I could say have a higher percentage of actually being there without even no scars is Oregon. But after that, everybody else got to play. They got to play their games.
You guys, out of those remaining games left, what do you think Alabama goes? LSU, Mercer, Oklahoma, Auburn. LSU, Mercer, Oklahoma, Auburn. What do you think they go in the month of November? Do they beat LSU? Yes or no, for the sake of time? Do you
I'm going
LSU?
4-0.
4-0. AG, what are you going?
Man, that's a tough one. That's tough. I'll say they go 3-1.
3-1.
They lose to LSU. It's a big match.
No, you got to go roll tide, but they're going to be. They will be. If they're able to roll the table and go 4-0, and they make the college football playoff, they're going to be very dangerous because Milroe. I mean, he's got that experience. He's been there. He's seen that, and I like my chances having those quarterbacks that have been there. So they'll be the dangerous team. But like you said, they got to get through a night game in LSU, and like Coach Bush will say, that's probably one of the hardest places to play a night game in college football. I mean, they got to roll it ahead of them. I don't think Oklahoma is going to will be much of a threat to them. I could be wrong. I just don't think Oklahoma's been playing that great of football. But
we need to have. Oh, go ahead. So I'm sorry, Raff.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking if they can get through LSU, I think they'll be okay.
We need to have a conversation tomorrow about Oklahoma.
Yes, we do.
Because
I'm watching them too. I'm looking at this record. Like, what is going on with Oklahoma?
I'm going to tell you what's fitting. That's where our guest is from, is Oklahoma. Long-time supporter. That's where I'm glad you mentioned that because that's going to fit in perfectly.
I was going to say something because I'm looking at Oklahoma. I'm like, wow, what's going on there?
He's going to have a lot to say to us tomorrow about OU. I will say this about Alabama, and in Nick's words, we'll put a bow on Alabama before we get to our last one. I think Alabama goes 3-1. I think they lose to LSU.
Mercer. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be Mercer. Mercer takes down Bama.
I think they go 3-1. We'll see what happens after that. And I'm going to say this, as bad as Auburn is, again, records go out for that game. I mean, you cut down one of their trees
100%.
a few years ago. They got bad blood, so who knows? Boise State, okay? Boise State real quick. You got Spencer Danielson, the young coach. He's 35 years old, and they are balling out. You guys, this Boise State, with the Remy schedules together, they have Nevada, San Jose State, Wyoming, and Oregon State. Oregon State, of course, is going to be tough. Nevada can maybe, who knows? Yeah. Is Boise State right where they should be at, you guys?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. And plus, I forgot
Ashton
this
Jeanty is
too.
no joke,
well,
man.
but I forgot this part too. Part of the new college football playoff rules is that one group of 5 team always gets it in.
Yep.
So Boise State is clear and above the best group of 5 team currently going on right now, or group of 6. So therefore, I think Boise State's potentially the safest out of everybody other than Oregon, right? Just because. To AG's point, you got to play the games, but I think Boise State doesn't have a tough remaining schedule. They should be able to take care of business.
On the outside looking in, folks, before we go to break, you got SMU at 13, A&M at 14, LSU at 15, who plays Alabama tomorrow night. I'm sorry, Saturday night. Ole Miss at 16, Iowa State at 17, who just lost last week, of course. Pittsburgh at 18, K-State at 19, Colorado at 20, who's very hot right now. Washington State at 21, Louisville 22, Clemson 23, Missouri 24, and Army finishes it out top at 25. Who plays your Notre Dame Fighting Irish very soon?
Yeah,
it's going to be a good one.
That'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
Be fine.
There's just a guy named not Odrick. I don't know. I forgot his name. The running back.
But he's good.
He's good.
Folks, when we come back,
runs fast.
we got
Audric Estime plays for the Broncos now, baby.
I know. Isn't it sad? His career just took a total downfall when he got drafted. He was so good. He had such a bright future.
Oh, man. Wow. Folks, when we come back, we got the last segment, the RGT, the adjustment. Of course, final words by AG as well. We'll be back. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through November 10th, enjoy USDA Choice T-Bone Steaks for $8.88 per pound. 10-pound tubes of 80% lean, 20% fat hamburger tubes, $3.99 per pound. Boneless turkey, all white and dark meat, $4.99 per pound. Webster City bone-in hams, $4.49 per pound. And fresh, wild, caught Canadian walleye fillets, $12.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market and the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Before you start blowing and raking leaves this season, make sure you know where they go. Yard waste is not garbage, especially in Lincoln, where it's converted into earth fuel compost. All grass clippings and leaves must be separated from household trash from April 1st until November 30th each year. It's the law. Yard waste belongs in a paper lawn bag, or you may request a bin from your trash hauler who will pick it up for a small fee. Remember, no trash or branches are allowed in yard waste. Get the details at lincoln.ne.gov/recycle.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, wanting to thank you all again for your continued service. November is off and running. Check this out. Get up to $12,000 off or 0% financing on select new vehicles. We have great lease specials with new Trax and Trailblazers starting at $299 per month, and new Blazer EVs leasing for $399. Great payments, discounts, and of course, 0% financing. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All finance with approved credit, leases with $2,500 down.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day and light winds, an afternoon high around 55. Tonight, partly cloudy and calm with a low near 38. And tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies and showers arriving in the afternoon. See a high near 55. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Before we get rolling, y'all, AG, what's your plans today, man? What you got popping today, brother?
Oh man, not much. I got a kind of open day. Got to do and later on podcast called Believe in Packers, where I cover talking about the Packers this weekend. And they got a bye week though. They had a tough week last week, getting beat up by the Lions in Lambeau Field. Go over that and maybe do a little streaming tonight. Nick, you want maybe do some college football or some Tekken?
Yeah.
And if I don't, Nick, whenever you're ready, just hit me up.
Okay, yeah. No, tonight actually might work. It'd be after like 7 p.m.
That's fine.
Okay.
That works.
We'll see what happens.
All right.
I'm still waiting for AG to add me as a friend on PlayStation.
Oh, let me go check that now.
I will say, I will say, this Call of Duty game, I played zombies. Do you know anything about Call of Duty Zombies, AD?
Man. I don't.
AG, do you know anything about Call of Duty Zombies?
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, me and my buddies, we finally got to level 27 last 2 nights ago. Took us about 2.5 hours though to go from level 1 to level 27. Anyway, all right, enough video game.
What about you, Raffy? What you got today, man?
I'm gonna work, and I'm gonna work hard.
Oh boy,
work hard
for that 3-hour shift, or what are we looking at?
9 hours today, Nick.
Whoa, 3 days work.
Raff, yeah. Raff, where are you going to be at, though? What's the event? Where are you going to be at?
I'm at the Liberty First Credit Arena in Ralston, Nebraska for the Autumn Arts Festival. Come on by, say hi.
I like it. John in Cortland, good morning to you. Many goes as my second team, born in Oklahoma, kind of like Huskies. I don't know if you meant Huskers or Huskies, maybe next year. You know what, John, you're going to appreciate tomorrow's guest because we got plenty of talk on OU tomorrow. And obviously, we'll have some upcoming things in breaking news from Nebraska as well. Being an off week, obviously, we've been inundated with changes, et cetera, of that nature. For the rest of the day, man, I'm going to get a beard trim here pretty quick. Ooh. And then after that, man, it's just emails, phone calls, and a book that I'm rereading right now. AG, have you read the book Atomic Habits?
No, I don't think I have. No, I definitely have not.
By
Definitely.
James Clear. It's called Atomic Habits, dude. I've read it once. I'm reading it again. It is a great read, Atomic Habits. So I'll be definitely diving into that. Raff, what do you got for the RGT, my man?
All right, everybody. Today's Ralph's Good Take goes out to a true legend, Mark Watt. Coach Watt passed away yesterday. He was the head coach at Lincoln Southwest women's softball team, one of the all-time winningest coaches in the state of Nebraska history. And just the amount of love and outpouring of love, respect, just the impact he's had on so many people's lives just on Facebook this morning has just been unreal. And I just wanted to say that all my thoughts and prayers go out to Coach Watt, his family, his friends, everybody that's going through this hard time. But you can tell the impact that he's had on so many people's lives, and just hold on to that because he was a great man. So you are Ralph's Good Take, Coach Watt. Rest in peace.
Raff, I duplicate those thoughts, man. Thoughts and prayers to Coach Watt. John Squire, my lifelong friend, and my neighbor, son, daughter, father of Abby Squire that plays softball for Nebraska, wrote a beautiful tribute to him on his Facebook page to do. So my thoughts and prayers go out to Coach Watt, his family, all of his players, and the school, the people he impacted. That's a life. He left a legacy. That is for sure. The 80 Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by The Body Lab. The Body Lab, located at 14th and Yankee Hill, offers everything from physical therapy, which I might go see them for my ribcage, Nick, trigger point needling, dry needling, a cold plunge, and infrared sauna. Learn more and schedule your appointment with Rachel, because Rachel is awesome, and her team today online at thebodylablnk.com. Again, that's thebodylablnk.com, or visit them at 14th and Yankee Hill here in Lincoln. Folks, the 80 Attitude Adjustment is something I've always believed in. It's something that's always stuck with me. It's a saying that, coming out with sweatshirts about it, man. It's such a thing for me. Strong reasons weaken excuses. Strong reasons weaken excuses. When people say they want something, their actions always show it. Not what you talk about, but what you go and do. If the reason is strong enough, or you can even substitute the word, if the why is strong enough, doesn't matter what you have to do, you will get it done. Strong reasons weaken excuses. AG, what do you got for us, my man?
Got a good one here. It says the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step.
Step.
Yep. That's it.
One step.
Yeah,
one step. I love it, man. Take us home, Raffy.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice to each other. Also, the Ravens are premiering their new uniforms tonight. So
yes, we will discuss that tomorrow. Yeah, Ravens versus Cincinnati tonight. Thursday night football.
Right. It's finally a good Thursday night
AFC North battle.
Yes, indeed.
There it is. All right, Raffy,
All
take
right.
us through. We got 30.
All right, everyone. Have a great day. And once again, be nice to each other. Be nice to each other. Be nice to each other. We'll talk to you tomorrow.